Hi, guys. Good afternoon, and a very warm welcome to everyone who is listening to us. I have with me Rachel Oliver from iPass, and I have one of our success stories, Michelle from Philippines. So, the journey of Michelle from Philippines to Australia and the success story with the help of iPass and NAI. That's what we're going to listen to. It's been a while since we introduced somebody like this, Rachel. So, I will let you introduce yourself and take it over from here, Rachel.
Yes, good afternoon, Georgie. It's 2 p.m. here in the Philippines, and there in Melbourne, it's 5 p.m., right? And
Yeah, it
also, you're
is.
in the same time zone with Michelle. I'm very happy and very grateful as well that I'm able to talk to Michelle. And of course, definitely, it's been long time, Georgie, that we haven't talked and shared to our audience regarding the success of our candidates. And I'm very happy and very pleased and honored to be able to speak to Michelle because I have known just recently that she is already currently employed in Australia. This has been really a successful journey on Michelle's plans, and we're very grateful to the Lord that after all her struggles and challenges, finally the victory has been claimed, and it has been made possible because of the Nurses International's help as well. So, guys, good afternoon to all of you wherever you are in the world. I am Rachel. I'm one of the founders of iPass Processing. And thank you, Georgie, for inviting us in this session with our success storytelling with Michelle.
Thank you so much, Rachel, for being here. And thank you so much, Michelle, for taking time out. I know you've been working and you're working really hard.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that you took some time off to be here and talk to your fellow countrymen or other students who are aspiring to become bridge nurses in Australia. So I'll let you start, Rachel, because the story started or originated in Philippines. So let's hear it from Philippines.
Michelle, I'm actually very interested to know your story because there are so many nurses here in the Philippines, and we can have so many choices. We can choose USA, we can choose Australia, we can choose Middle East or New Zealand or UK. We have so many opportunities that is available out there. But I'm very interested to know what's the reason behind, or what's your brief story? Why did you choose Australia?
First of all, thank you for having me here. Thank you for inviting me. It's my pleasure. Um, I chose Australia because ever since I started being a nurse, I really wanted to work in Australia. I have worked in UAE for 2 years, and then for me, it's not for permanent. Because you will not be a permanent resident here. If you want a family, you want to think long term, right? That's why, and it's because Australia is nearer in the Philippines. It's easy to come home. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. It's just 8 hours
Yeah.
of flight. And if there is like you have 1 week off probably or 2 weeks off, you can just ride the plane to Pacific from wherever you are or any other airlines, and you can be back here in the Philippines already. I agree with you that as we grow old, we really have to think long term. And as we are creating family, it's always when we have to think what will be the best one that I can give to my husband and to my kids and for the future of my kids. So it's interesting to know that you have been working in the UAE, and the very reason why you wanted to transfer in Australia is because definitely it will be you will become an Australian citizen soon after some time. And that's this is really a fruit of your labor, Miss Michelle. So congratulations on your victory for achieving this so far. How are you able to choose IPAS processing, Miss Michelle? Because I know that there's also a lot of processing agencies out there who's helping nurses on their application. How are you able to find us?
Um, I've looked in Facebook. And there's so many posts about you guys, and all of my friends who's processing NCLEX US, they are your clients too. That's why I asked them if it's if iPass is good, or yeah, they have a good comments. That's why I chose you.
And how was the service so far? What can you say? Can we share probably to our audience? So what's your feedback about the service that we have provided?
Actually, it's very smooth. The transactions are very smooth. Everything that I have, if I have questions, they email me, even if after hours, because sometimes I message them really late because of my duties, and then or after every morning they send me an email. They update me every day, and it's so, I don't know, it's so fast, or maybe it's the NCLEX Australia process. It's that is really fast. And I also asked for you guys for visa processing, and it's very smooth. All of the transactions are very smooth. Yeah.
I'm happy to know and glad to know that you were able to experience that exceptional service coming from our team members. Michelle, it's really our priority to take care of our candidates. And in fact, the moment that you are done with us, definitely our one and only partner, the Nurse Assist International, is the next team who's going to assist you on the OSCE review program, because they are the ones whom we trusted, because over the years we have experienced as well, and we have heard from so many of those whom we endorse to them that they had really great experience with Nurse Assist International. That's why even at this time that we have already the OSCE NAI in the Philippines, like everybody has been endorsed to Nurse Assist International, because they are the ones whom we trust with regards to the success, because we're very focused on prioritizing that these candidates should be able to succeed on their plans, and there's no other team who can help them aside from Nurse Assist International. So I'll turn you over to Georgie perhaps, because you will be sharing as well your OSCE story. Thank you,
Thank you so
Michelle.
much, Rachel. That's big words coming from you. Thank you for the trust that you have entrusted in us, and so do you, Michelle. And I'm sure iPass was the one who told you to join NAI. And just like
Actually,
no,
before I know that your team, I chose
okay,
Eddie.
oh, okay. And if I may ask, what is the reason why you chose NAI?
I have researched all the review centers that I have to get, and then I find comments about nice, good comments too. And actually, when I talked to my friend, if you remember, he's Gerard. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's why. So he said that, yeah, that's nice, good. Yeah, you keep. That's like,
I'm sure Jared would have said something about me also, because Jared and I had a healthy relationship.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Unai, and I researched with you guys before I even know it. Before I know that you're with iPass.
That is quite commendable that you knew about it before even IPA suggested us to you. Now, how was your experience? I know in total, OSCE is a nerve-wracking experience, and you were one of them who faced the OSCE in Adelaide, which is sort of a nightmarish thing for a lot of people because Adelaide has been running OSCE for the last 5 years, and they are the masters of the game. And you chose to join the Adelaide batch, and you chose to give the exam in Adelaide. So, how was your experience with NAI?
It's good. At first, during our first week, when because I'm offshore, I'm from Philippines, and then I just go to Australia for our review. I I remember it was June 2023 when it's the face to face. It's our face to face class. It's
Mhm.
very overwhelming during our first day. It's overwhelming, and then I remember crying that, can I do this? Here we go again after NCLEX Oscar again. I thought it was going to be easy because because I'm an RN in Philippines for 11 years and I work in emergency department ganyan. And after the first day of face to face, I'm so overwhelmed with information. I don't know if I can do this. But all of my all of my mentors, Georgie sir, Pretty Mom, Gita Mom, Rina Mom, it's very that's they are correct. They said that during our recorded because before I fly to Australia, I took the online for 2 weeks because you have to review the recorded videos for me so that you have an idea of what will they discuss. And they said it will all make sense when you're there. Like that. They always said that it will all make sense. And then after during the first week, yeah, it all makes sense. They're right. But
Yeah.
at first it's overwhelming, but after after the other days, um pretty mom is correct that you don't have to memorize any script. You just um you just know you will know the flow of the ano, you don't need to memorize a script, or you just have to memorize it with your heart and understand. That's my technique there. I understand, and then I don't have to memorize anything. It will just flow. If you know the flow, you can do it. And and they help us also to overcome our anxiety, especially stranger anxiety, because in our group we are for Filipinas. We are all from Philippines. We're offshore students, and one of us is Nigerian. And the first, we usually practice Filipino groups. We are a small group. We practice every day. But then after the math exam, it's very important to attend the math exam for me. So after the math exam, we thought after the practices we are ready. But after the mock exam, that's oh no, we have to do this. We have to do it right, you know. And after that, all of our AM groups, because on our batch, we we di- we divide ourselves from AM group and PM group for the lab, Sydney in lab, and then we practice, all of us um different we have Nepalese, we have Indians, Nigerians, every we practice all of it. We like our mock exam, you know. We have that idea that we have to do the rotation like we did in our mock exam, so that you will not be practicing with your colleague, with the Filipino friend, to overcome that stranger anxiety. And then it's very important also for me to choose your study buddies. You know, you should have common goals. You should have 10 of 10.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's all. I think that's all. And then after the before hour, and it's very important that the NAI has 24/7 labs, because some of my friends that is working in Australia already, they don't have time. So if they have available day off, I have a friend that she's practicing early in the morning. I remember it's winter that time. We are practicing at morning. It's very hard to wake up in winter. That's why we are the AM group. That's why um it's very challenging for us too. And then after that, especially we have to take care of ourselves too. Yeah. And then I think that's all.
Yeah, so an interesting thing that happened last week when I was in Melbourne. One of our Fijian students came from Sydney to Melbourne, and the first thing she came and told me was, "Sir, I wasn't expecting this. This is World Health Organization. You have people from everywhere in
Yeah.
this room." And I feel so overwhelmed. I said, this is how you overcome your stranger anxiety.
Yeah.
And it actually works, you know. All of us have this performance anxiety when even if we are so good at what we do, when you have someone who is invigilating us or who's watching how we are doing things, we have this performance anxiety.
Yeah.
And the best way to overcome that is to shuffle your, buddies while you're doing your practice and your rotation so that you're working with someone whom you don't know, so you can't read them. You
Yeah.
just have to deal with them like a newcomer. So that always helps our students.
Yeah.
And like Michelle said, this 24 hours lab access, it's been a boon to students, especially those who are working in Australia. You know, it's not easy to live in Australia without working. So we understand that. A lot of our students are working as AINs or some other jobs. So we appreciate that they're finding time to come and practice, and we are able to provide them with that support that they need. And
Yeah.
that's one of our success secrets. Like, we encourage students to come at any time they like, and they can practice. And I'm sure you noticed that too, Rachel, when you came over to Sydney and Melbourne, you could see students all the time there. So Michelle, Rachel has been to the Sydney lab and also to our Melbourne lab.
Yeah.
So she has seen it firsthand, what happens there and all
Yeah.
those things. Yeah.
I
So if
remember
I ask,
some
sorry,
Georgie.
sorry.
I remember our math exam. You
Mm-hmm.
chant, and then I forgot everything that I forgot.
Sir, I'm blank.
Yeah, I'm blank. And then it came to me when I have to assess you like that. And then you said, "You know what, Michelle? Um, you know what to say, but your lack of empathy." And that sticks to my mind. That's why I make sure during my OSCE, I should show empathy to my patient. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Australian healthcare is based on patient-centric care. And
Yeah.
if we are not empathetic to our patients, whom do we expect to be empathetic to them? The patient is God, as far as the nursing in Australia is concerned. And that's one of our fundamental building blocks. And I'm pretty sure now at work, you probably are doing the same thing. So
Yeah.
whatever we taught you in face-to-face and during the training, I'm sure you're putting that to practice.
Yes, I'm actually applying it now. Some of my workmates ask me, "Did you study here? Did you?" No, I
Oh.
the OSCE because I have an idea with their charts. I can easily adjust. That's what OSCE reviewed. It's very important to take too.
I
Yeah.
think we exposed you to different kinds of patients during your mock assessment as well.
I have Filipina assessors that time.
Yeah. So we make it a point that the students get a first-hand experience of what they're going to face when they are in their, once they start their career in Australia. So we're very transparent when it comes to teaching, Rachel. So we don't lie to our students. We tell them this is the reality. There
Yeah.
is no easy way out. You got to sweat it out, and we are there to support you. And that support is always appreciated by our students. So yesterday, I got a call from a student who is also from Philippines, actually. So she's coming to Northern Territory, and she's got a 186 visa straight from the employer, and she was over the moon. She said, "I can bring my husband and my kids, and I don't have to worry about Medicare. I don't have to worry about their education." And I felt quite good, and that is job satisfaction. I'm sure
Yeah.
when you're looking at Michelle, Rachel, you're feeling the same type of satisfaction that I'm feeling because you were the person or your company was the first step that Michelle took towards achieving her dream as an Australian registered nurse. And
Yeah.
I am so thankful to IPAS. When we have these kind of sessions with passes from IPAS and NAI, what I have always seen is the students are so grateful because the initial step is the hardest step always. When you make up your mind, if you're not guided in the right direction, you would lose your focus. And that is where iPass come into play. And they streamline your thought process, they keep you focused, and they're always very goal oriented. I've been to the iPass office in Manila because the NAI office is just on top of iPass office. So I've been there, I've seen their work ethics. I've interacted with a lot of people there as well, and they have an absolutely amazing work ethics. And you are an example of that. You said everything was so easy. NCLEX Australia, that process is not easy, but
Yeah.
iPass made it look so easy for you. Visa application to Australia is not that easy, but iPass made it look so easy for you. Just like Aussie is not that easy. We made it look very easy for you.
Yes.
So that's why we partner with iPass. It's been like 4 glorious years, and we've been together, and it's always onwards and upwards.
Yes.
Okay, Rachel, over to you.
You're like me that I don't like paperwork. Why not go to some professional, yeah.
Takes you
Yeah,
time, and you can focus on the job at hand.
yeah. This is the burden that we are lifting coming from the shoulders of our applicants, and we take pride in what we do because we felt like this is a god-given mission that he has blessed us with this opportunity to help our co-medical professionals on their career goals. And it has been very priceless, Georgie, over the past 4 years of working with you as well, because I understand, as you mentioned, and I really can see the joy and the happiness coming from these students who have already succeeded on their examination, might be NCLEX or OSCE. Just like Michelle now is with us sharing her story, I know that it was never easy for her to reach this goal unless there was a Nai who helped her in her OSCE. That was the transformation there. There was that was the main reason as well why she made it, because she was able to receive the support coming from Nurse Assist International team, and with you and Preeti, who's always been the persons who are the main characters of the Nurse Assist organization. You guys have changed so many lives, and we can really say, Michelle, that this has been very priceless to us because our goal is to help our students and help our candidates. And seeing somebody achieve their goal, there is no price for that feeling that we can see that we have helped this person, because it's not only helping one individual, but that individual's family and even the kids of that person, because of the experience that that person was able to achieve. So the effect ripples because of the achievement that one was able to obtain. So we are very blessed in God's grace because we have this opportunity. And thanks really to Nurse Assist as well, because they're not only providing you guidance, knowledge, and these things, but they are giving you the holistic guidance of the things that you have to know for you to be successful. I know that Preeti and Georgie are not just teaching you these knowledge-based things, but they are teaching you lessons in life that you can be able to embrace all throughout this journey. So I feel really very blessed, Georgie, that we are in partnership with Nurse Assist International.
Thank you, Rachel. Those are big words coming from you. This is a Lent season. We all, we are following Jesus Christ and his journey to for his resurrection, and it gives me immense pleasure to be sitting here looking at one of our students. I mean, when I say one of our students, IPAS and NAI. We always believe that every individual has the potential to achieve what they want if they are provided with the right kind of guidance and right kind of support. So when we thought about the NAI Philippines, when we spoke to Rachel about it, one of the things that we always took pride in, or one of the things that was our first and foremost thing, was we understand how hard is it for someone who is working in Philippines to get that much amount of money, come over to Australia, and with a vague dream, you're not even sure. Like you said, the first day was overwhelming, and you weren't sure what is going to happen to you. And our mission is to make sure that that journey from Philippines to Australia is as smooth as it can be, as hassle-free as it can be. Now, iPass takes care of your transfer from Philippines to Australia. And once you're here, you're joining another family. That is the NAI family. And I'm so proud that you are an NAI baby and you are a part of our family. And I'm sure anywhere you go, you'll find another student who is from NAI. You probably have colleagues already who are from NAI. So our dream was Preeti's and my dream was to have one RN placed in every big hospital in Australia from NAI. I think we have covered Sydney and Melbourne and Adelaide and Brisbane as we speak. Now we are looking at the regional areas. Australia needs a lot of nurses, and Filipino nurses are one of the best that they can get. And they by nature, you guys are nice. You don't even have to try to be nice. Okay. And it gives us immense pleasure and pride in training you and making you that successful registered nurse in Australia. Michelle, one last question from my end. If you were to give an advice to a fellow Filipino nurse who is looking to, embark on this journey from Philippines to Australia, what are the advices that you would give her or him?
Um, for those who wants to go here in Australia or to start their OBA journey, um, please be sure that you're ready, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. And then if you're ready, you have to focus on your goal. If you really want if you really want to achieve your goal, you just don't wish for it. You have to work for it. You have to work for it very hard, and you have lots of sacrifices that you will do. And then for me, you have to surround also yourself with the right people, for you to guide in this journey, because this is not a joke, you
It
know.
is not.
Yeah,
Not a joke.
those people who will inspire you and support you, and especially during the challenging times. If you're like me, I'm from Philippines. I just go to Australia just for my OSCE review and OSCE. It's very hard for us. That's why I told you to be ready emotionally too, because it's very important that you're prepared. Even if I have family in Sydney, but I left my son in the Philippines that time, my husband, if you feel during the review days, if or the tough moments, if you are surrounded with the right people, you will feel motivated and you will stay focused. And then of course you have to stay healthy. Take care of yourself. If you're here, you're alone, you have to take care of yourself, because you don't want to get sick during your big day. Yeah. and and if your body needs a rest, you need to give it a rest. If you want to sleep, you sleep, and then another day will come, and just focus again. And of course, lastly, pray to God. Because sometimes you will feel very emotional, you feel like giving up. Just pray and always remind yourself why you started in the first place. That's your goal. Yeah, to become an AURN and bring your family here, and to be a citizen here and live here permanently.
True. To make your dreams come true, in other words.
To make
Do you
our
think do you think iPass at NAI has helped you in making your dreams come true, Michelle?
Yes, of course. I cannot do NCLEX or everything. I don't know where to start if IPAS is not here to help me, during my NCLEX, my visa processing, because that time I'm working full time as a nurse in the Philippines. I don't have time to work for to work the papers. I don't know where to start. I don't know where it will where should I pass this, and you have to you just that's why I as I pass help, so that I can focus on my review. That's a big help, so that you can focus on the review and just do the paperwork for some. And then of course, I cannot do that if I will just review by myself. Working in the Philippines and working here now, I can see that the big difference, very, very, very big difference. If I hadn't take the OSCE and took the review here, especially in Nurse Assist, maybe I don't know. I think I will be lost. you know. And you have to study well and just focus on your goal. And I thank you so much, Sir Georgie, for because you treat us not just like your students, you treat us like a family, like your son, daughters. That you're
Thank you.
if we are nervous, you're nervous too, two times. I know. Yeah. And if we pass, I know that you're so happy too. Yeah.
Like I said, you're all family. So
Yes.
when I stand in that Sydney lab or when I stand in that Melbourne lab, I'm not just teaching, I'm being with my family.
Yeah.
I look at what is best for my family and I support my family. That's what I do. So that's one of the reasons why our previous students still keep in touch with us and let us know about what's happening in their life because they feel connected. They don't feel like they're talking to their teacher or they're talking to, some stranger whom they met, once upon a time when they were giving OSCE. Michelle, I would like to congratulate you on your achievement. You
Yeah.
have done it.
Thank
You are passionate about what you did. You're passionate about what you wanted to do, and you're passionate about what you're doing right now. Your
you
goals were set primarily, and you worked really hard to achieve it. You earned it. You earned my respect as well. You made me proud.
so much.
May the good God bless you, and thank you so much for being here. Over to you, Rachel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you as well, Georgie. This has been really a great opportunity that we're able to hear the feedback and the success story of Michelle. One thing that I'd like to highlight coming from the words of Michelle that when you have a goal, you really have to enact on it. So, guys, so for those of you who are watching us live right now, I wanted to emphasize that because sometimes we have so many goals that we have set in our life, but the question is, are we doing something for that goal that we wanted to achieve in our life, and especially if that the dream is for our family's future. So we do not just dream about it, but we have to plan how are we going to execute those that we are dreaming of so that one day we are going to be able to make it happen. Because without planning and putting it into writing, what are really the steps that I wanted to do, maybe we are planning not in the right way and we are going to fail it because it's not even clear to our mind what we wanted to achieve. And that's what I really salute Miss Michelle, because she has been very crystal clear and very focused what she wanted to achieve in her career. So I absolutely commend you for that, Miss Michelle, and thank you so much for inspiring our co-nurses here in the Philippines and there in Australia. And for those of us, or for those who are watching us live, thank you for emphasizing that when you have a goal, you have to make it clear that it will happen. And thank you as well for emphasizing to our audience that sometimes our plan might not uh, be possible, or we might experience some challenges, but we just have to sacrifice. There's always a plan B if plan A didn't work out. But we also have to offer it to the Lord, because whatever it is that we are planning, it should also align to His plans for us, because He knows what's best for us. So, Georgie, thank you so much for the guidance of your students to Pretty as well, because you have been treating them, I know, and I have witnessed it personally, that you are treating your students like your sons and your daughters. And I am
Thank
very
you.
proud to be part of the NIE team. And for those of you who are interested to join the program of Nurse Assist International, Nurse Assist International already has the Philippines Review Center. So if you're interested of joining this program, there is a review center that is already available in Manila. So if you are still located in the Philippines, then you can join Nurse Assist of Philippines, so for you to be able to achieve your goal too, just like what Michelle was able to achieve. Georgie?
Yeah, the tears of joy that Michelle just shed is the fruit of her hard work, and she knows that she earned it. And for those aspiring nurses in Philippines and anywhere in the world who would want to make their dreams come true, Come join us. Let's work together to make your dreams come true. All right. Thank you
I'm
so much,
sorry
Michelle.
I get disconnected.
It's okay. Your tears
Thank
of
you.
joy says a lot of things that words can explain. Okay. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much
much
and
for
bless you.
joining.
God bless you all. God bless you, Rachel. Thank you and good night.
Thank you. Good night.